Hey guys, and welcome back to Kaisen. And today we are going to be talking about a JJK battle I thought I would never have to talk about, but it's basically Gojo versus Sukuna. But this time Gojo's got adaptability. Sukuna still has mimicry. Although I think okay, I'm gonna end it right now and say if Gojo has adaptability on top of everything else he possesses, and Sukuna has mimicry, on top of everything else he possesses, Gojo gains more of an advantage over Sukuna because Gojo can adapt to all phenomena on top of having the Limitless to just block all attacks that come towards him. So again, doesn't matter. Um, it doesn't matter how fast. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like Gojo's probably winning that. Now where it gets interesting, and I've just answered your boy Plank's question. You guys should check him out. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a YouTuber, so, but he's kind of cool. He comments on most of my videos. So now we're gonna be talking about the actual one, Gojo versus Sukuna. Oh goodness, I'm so lucky I only have 7 subscribers. This would be a fucking massacre if I had like 3,000 and I put this out there. I would be having that would be substantial backlash. I would get lashed on the back harder than Jesus on the day of the cross. I'm not even kidding. You guys take this as war. And I don't know why. These two are powerhouses beyond anything we've seen in the series. It's like trying to measure a number outside of infinity. For both of them. You cannot measure a number outside of infinity because it's so far ahead and so beyond the scope of our understanding of numbers that trying to measure them is almost impossible. Maybe even impossible outright. So full power Sukuna versus Gojo. And this is something that I would love to talk about. The problem is that, I mean, we've not seen full power for Sukuna, but I would believe that he's way stronger than the one that beat the shit out of Gojo. I mean, R.I.P. my boy, you did your best. So, let's see, how does this fight end? I'm giving it to Sukuna, and I know what you're saying, but it's a Kaisen. You can't give it to Sukuna. Sukuna's not that strong compared to Gojo. Like they say Gojo was the strongest. They also said Sukuna was like the strongest cursed spirit, and well, Gojo's the honored one. Like Sukuna, they call Sukuna the honored one. Gojo called himself the honored one, and Sukuna is called the honored one. Like there's an entirely difference. Like when you hear, who are you scared of more? The person who calls himself the best, or the person people call the best? Like, think about it. Like, who are you more scared of? Are you scared of the person that always says that I'm the strongest and I'm the best, and a couple of people always think he's the strongest and he's the best, or someone who for 1,000+ years his very existence, his very fingers are causing havoc, cursed spirits and sorcerers fear. Even the guy who is called the strongest of the new generation still says it's an honor to fight you, Sukuna. That, I mean, Jesus Christ. But I mean, that could just be Gojo showing some respect to a god. But here's another thing. How do you think Gojo would fare inside his domain? It's, I don't know. I feel Gojo as Breeze, someone named Kyle Breeze. You guys should check out his video. I mean, I have 7 subscribers. He should be giving me subscribers. Jesus. But if you've seen his videos, a couple of videos, he did say something very interesting. He said Gojo, when he's in a domain, his neutral limit is not completely turned off. It's just very weak. Things as they come towards him become slower, but they do not necessarily stop. They keep going, getting slower. The sure hit effect still takes place, but the object just keeps going towards him slower and slower as he keeps getting towards him. Like, it's gonna hit him, but it's not gonna hit him technically because he's just gonna see it and block it. So if Sukuna is within this domain, if Gojo enters this domain, how would that work? Now, my question to you is, what about Sukuna? What if Sukuna enters Gojo's domain? Do you think Sukuna is going to lose? The answer is no. Like, I always had the idea that Sukuna would probably do some sort of Madara thing and just break the laws of of the very universe he lives in. Like, I don't know, maybe he needs reverse curse technique by pushing in so much reverse curse technique into his brain, he can override the powers of the infinity. Like, I don't fucking know. Maybe he could do something. I mean, we've seen the guy literally fight without a heart. What's to say he can't fight without a head? Yeah, I mean, technically, someone did say that. What was it again? Hashimo that said it. So I don't know, but Sukuna doesn't slap. But I think Sukuna wins, and one of the reasons why I think Sukuna wins is because reason, right, is maybe because like outside of the domain expansion with Sukuna's domain expansion being pretty powerful, even though it might not hit Gojo. Gojo, it Gojo's just for me. Whenever I see Gojo, I don't think of a guy who's I don't think of a guy who's a lot like Sukuna. I think of someone who's still holding back because remember, Sukuna doesn't have friends, and because of this, he can go out as much as he likes and not give a shit about anyone. He doesn't care about anyone. Doesn't care about you or your mom or your dad or your uncle or your aunt or your sister or your brother. He doesn't care about his own mother or father. He doesn't care about his love interest. Maybe he's not from a freaking romance novel. He is out for blood, and the difference between him and Gojo is that Gojo was probably doesn't have the same level of will of willingness. I mean, even during the Shibuya incident, you would think the most sensible thing for him to do would be to destroy the domain. Like, just whip out the domain, kill everyone in there. Like, just kill everyone, save the rest that are up there. But he still wanted to save people. That he doesn't necessarily have empathy, and to a very high degree, he's very narcissistic. But when I saw that scene, I said, this guy isn't someone who's prideful enough. That's what I thought, and I just feel like if he and Sukuna have to fight 1-on-1, in anywhere Sukuna fights, he's probably gonna fight the same way, not giving a shit. The problem is, what if they're fighting somewhere where Gojo has to give a shit? Like, what if they're fighting close to one of his students, like Megumi? Or although Sukuna does need Megumi, so maybe they won't fight. Maybe he comes out of Megumi's. Maybe he comes out of his body, of Yuji's body somehow, and then maybe he doesn't give a shit about Megumi anymore, so he tries to fight Megumi nonetheless. Or like he throws, maybe I don't know, like Gojo's love interest, the girl with the scar. Yeah, so like maybe Gojo like says, calls out her name and tries to save her, or he carries Yuji and tries to break Yuji's neck, or anything really, anything goes with him, which is why I feel, because he cares about all the students. He cares about, maybe he pulls out Yuta, right? He cares about Yuta. He cares about so many people. Gojo still has a fucking soul, and that for me is his downfall, because the difference between Sukuna and Gojo is that unless Gojo is by himself, he can't break through his limits. Granted, he did do that technically Shibuya, where he used the 0.2 second domain, which I guess was technically limit breaking. Although for me, I've always thought that this was just a dude not sure, because he seemed sure that he could do a 0.2 second domain. He seemed like he was capable of doing that. It didn't seem like he made that on the fly. He just thought, okay, if I have to do it as fast as I can, which he did. I don't know. I'm not a JJK expert, but for me, I've always thought, he's just someone who seems to still give a shit, and unlike Sukuna, who probably can fight in any terrain, anywhere, anytime. If people are around, and these innocent people are around, or people at all, people he cares about, the people who he cares about, like Yuta and the rest, if they're around, it's gonna be more difficult for Gojo. It's gonna be difficult for Gojo to actually fight to his full power, because he has to mind them. But Sukuna can exploit this, and that's where I feel like Gojo is still weaker than Sukuna. He cannot fight everywhere. If Sukuna was in the same problem Gojo was when during the Shibuya incident, my God, we all know Sukuna would kill everyone there because he doesn't give a shit. He turned on the domain expansion and just kill all the Crispers, everyone. He killed everyone and just say, okay, job done. I'm going home. Like he do it. He do it. If he's just bored or maybe he's not bored, he just loves the thrill of killing Crispers slowly. Maybe he just kills all of them slowly and by themselves, one after the other. I mean, that's something he can do. Again, I just feel like Gojo is just a different person altogether, and making I mean, just making this fight doesn't almost seems useless. Like I feel like Sukuna probably wins, but yeah, it's as I said, it's going to be a battle of attrition. It's probably going to take a long time. Like it's gonna take as long as it took Hagoromo and Hamura to steal their mother Kaguya in that moon. So maybe even longer. It could take less than. It could take more than months. It could take less than months. Who knows? Whoever runs out of cursed energy first loses. Like that's how this game's gonna win. And I mean, you can say the Limitless gives him not near infinite cursed energy. I mean, you can say that his Six Eyes give Gojo near infinite levels of cursed energy. But Sukuna doesn't need. I mean, the man can probably do like 75 domain expansions a day. The man looks like Jackpot Hikari, but on steroids. He looks like Jackpot Hikari who can do the jackpot whenever he wants. He doesn't look like he's tired. He's got reverse curse technique to such an extremely high level. I mean, Jesus, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Anyway, yeah. I think that's all for now. Thanks, you guys, for, again, 7 subscribers. Jesus. We're going for 10, ladies and gentlemen. We're going for 10. So, yeah. See you guys later, and enjoy this video.